Hello. I hope all of you are doing well. Today, some worldwide covers and postcards. Let's dive right into it. New Caledonia, flight covers of 1940 to Canton Island, part of Kiribati, and to California on the right, with appropriate receiving cancels on the back. I didn't show those, but they are there. This is a recent $6 eBay lot. On cover, $80 and $95 plus by Scott Classic catalog value. But as philatelic covers as these seem to be, perhaps somewhat less. But $6 for two, including postage, not a bad deal. Germany, DDR, Tokyo Olympic first day cover of 1964. This one catalogs $65. Sometimes, maybe not too frequently, but sometimes these can also be found in $1 dealer cover boxes at stamp shows. Germany, DDR, two single franking covers. May not look like much, but actually catalog $100, the one on the left, and $85, the one on the right. So not bad for such basically plain looking covers, but properly used and properly franked. And that is very important. Proper franking is a must. Now, some catalogs say if it varies by maybe 5% over, then it's still okay. But it's best to have it right on the money. And Germany again, a real surprise. This 1927 cover with correct postage as single franking has a catalog value of, believe it or not, $500. Yeah, that's quite substantial for this also basically very plain looking. Um, well, was it definitive until it was overprinted? Then it became a commemorative. So there you have it. In Germany, a 1952 multiple franked airmail cover to the USA on the left has a catalog value of $140. As single on cover, it would catalog $60. So quite a bit less. The printed matter West Berlin cover is valued at just $28. But as properly franked single, it is rare. Yes, and it catalogs, wow, 1,200 bucks. Yeah, what a difference. Yeah, those kind of frankings, the five pfennig at that particular time frame, a single five pfennig on cover, properly franked, uh, can catalog substantial. So keep an eye out for that. And on the left, Germany Memo, a postal stationery of 1920 with a 2003 catalog value of $32.50. And German East Africa on the right of 1909 with a catalog value of $36. These were eBay lots at about $3 each, including postage. So, pretty decent deal. And Germany of 1922 on the left, with postage increase 40, the original 40 right here, plus 35 on the left of the 40. And then uprated additionally with 75 pfennig stamp. So makes it quite an interesting, clean piece of uprated postal stationery, but unfortunately has a low catalog value of just $2. Amazing, but that's what the catalog says. And a 1902 German office in Morocco on the right with a catalog value of $30. So that one makes up the total eBay price of just $6, including postage. So still decent on average between the two. And Germany, Saar, forerunner uprated postal stationery of 1920 on the left with a modest 2003 catalog value of $15. The cost here was also $3 for just this one item. And here you see the overprinted, added, uprated postal stationery stamp, and here the postal stationery being unoverprinted. So basically, this postal stationery is a forerunner to the Tsar and still has a modest catalog value. But some other denominations, catalog values can change dramatically. And Great Britain, 1945, interesting but mystery stationery, each one folded in half vertically. It was part of an odd internet lot, perhaps just unused documents with embossed fees, since Inland Revenue was not overprinted, which would indicate postal usage. Here we have a blow up, and here we have the date 9/4/45, September 4 of 1945. And up here we have the die letter. And the die letter does change amongst the various ones that I do have. And there's a group of, I believe, 12 total, 10 or 12, I can't remember. And here is an unfolded item. All are folded the same, half through. So they must have had a specific purpose, but I do not have any reference to this. And if anyone out there knows what these are all about, I would certainly appreciate your explanation on that. Nonetheless, interesting stationery? Question mark. Well, I believe it is. And maybe my friend Richard, who is always a good detective in finding out information, maybe he can be helpful resolving this issue. Okay, thanks, Richard, if you're kind enough. USA, readable canceled covers from 1862 from Vermont on the left and 1887 from New York on the right. The latter with a nice black four-ring cancel, not too obtrusive to the stamp, um, and a nice violet. It doesn't really show in the scan here, but it's very bright, crisp violet, a circular date cancel. Very nice items. but a catalog value, I would guess just a few dollars. Yeah, I don't even remember what the cost was on these. Here, an interesting pair, a matched pair, I believe, around 1917 roughly, pre-printed, unused postal stationery. An unusual matched pair with probably more historic value than actual value. Here we have uh, British Premier David Lloyd George, London, a letter from the US. And here we have an identical, except this one is from David Lloyd George, I assume, to Woodrow Wilson, American president, to Washington. Quite interesting. So, uh, I'm not sure if you can consider that perhaps, well, I don't know. Again, this is an item I'm not totally familiar with, and hope that maybe someone out there could fill me in. All I can see is maybe it's consulate stationery. That's a possibility. You know, maybe that. So if you know any better answer, please let me know in the comment below. Thanks a lot. And USA, a very unusual item, an 1853 cover with full 4-page contents, as on the next slide, written in Hong Kong to her sister in Pennsylvania while waiting for a ship to sail to New York. This was part of the letter. I don't want to get into the whole letter because it is very lengthy. Yeah, here is the front page of the letter and the back side of the cover. No back flap. That was taken off evidently. The stamp is the blue and pink version, approximately $50 or a bit more in the catalog. So, very interesting item. And yeah, this is not a $1 dealer cover box item. That's for sure. Especially since the full letter is part of this particular lot. Quite interesting and not very often found. Well, I hope you had some joy in this video, and I thank you very much for watching. Yeah, here we can see so many different and interesting items that are out there, and some do need additional investigating, but that is exactly what makes our hobby so interesting. Thank you again, and wishing all of you best of health and good success. My channel, Stamp Space, My Fun Things.